wanted to get into this Cincinnati Bengals news, man, because you're a big time Bengals fan, and finally your boy Trey Hendrickson finally got some money up in his pocket. Uh, a lot of people are like on both sides of this situation. So what really happened was the star pass rusher got a $14 million raise for this season, for the 2025 season, and nothing else. He will still become an unrestricted free agent next summer, but he is going to play the 2025 season with $30 million in his pocket, and he has an incentive that if he plays 60% of the plays for the Bengals and they make the playoffs, he will get an additional $1 million. With that being said, please let these people know what you think about this situation in your team, man, because some people on the negative side and some people on the positive side.
I mean, I think it's a win-win for both people, both sides there. Obviously, if you're a Bengals fan and you're plugged in with the Bengals, you know the defense is atrocious. And I'm not going to say it's only getting worse, but we are going younger. So we'll have to see what that is. Secondary, almost all first, second year type players now. It's going to be interesting to see the kind of impact we're going to have defensively outside of Hendrickson. Now, obviously, with Hendrickson, led the league in sacks, great player to have. He's worth the money. Sixth highest played pass rusher now with that raise. So even then, that's kind of I wouldn't say a bargain because it's not as though that's not that much money. However, for him to be sixth after ranking first in sacks for 2 years, I can understand why that seems like a bargain. Like you said, also still unrestricted free agent going into next year. So it's not as though this is, the end all be all. This process as a whole could very well go on again next year. But it's more likely that knowing the Bengals, how they're traditionally pretty cheap, uh, he'll likely be gone. And that, lump sum that we would have paid him will probably go spread the wealth on the defensive end overall in general. So I'm good with it. I'm glad to get all the drama out of the way. Higgins is paid. Chase is paid. Hendrickson is paid for now. Burrow's paid. We're in a good place in that sense. A lot of money on the offensive side. But either way, no more drama. Everybody looked good in the preseason. We're ready to go. Jamar Chase, preseason player, offensive player award for preseason. As stupid as that is, whatever. Could have looked worse, but
Very dumb.
well, very dumb. But either way, he is, and we are. So ready to go. Week 1, Cleveland against Flacco. Should be good. Overall, I'm good with the deal. I don't have any issues with it from the team perspective, as a player perspective. Obviously there's no security, but at the same time, he got a lot of money for this year. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, for me, and you just said it right there, man. For me, the problem is the security because it's dope that he finally got his money. I mean, we've talked about it in a few episodes of how he hasn't gotten paid yet by the Bengals. He's led he was the leading sack leader for the last 2 years for the NFL, and it's just like when a player does that, you would think a team is gonna be like, "Yo, we got you. You're showing your worth. We're gonna get you this money. We're gonna get you this fat contract. We're gonna give you the security blanket." And it hasn't really come into fruition for him. So this season, a lot of people would say that he finessed the Bengals to get a $14 million raise for one season. Yeah, if you look at it like that, yeah, for sure. But he hasn't gotten any years on an extension contract on that. And what that could do, they're gonna expect him to do the same thing again this season, and I'm pretty sure he will. He's a great player. He's smart. He's fast. He's physical. He will be that star defensive end that they need him to be once again. The thing is, though, if he gets injured, now he doesn't have any years on the contract. Now he can. It could be detrimental to him coming for the rest of the season or on to next season or the years to come because what if he doesn't play the same? What if he's not the same person when he comes back from an injury? I pray to God that doesn't happen, that he doesn't get injured. I hope he's full on healthy for the rest of the season, and that's all good with him. But if it does happen, there's always a possibility of that. Just like with car accidents, you don't think that you're ever going to get in a car accident, but when you do, you're you're glad that you have insurance. And that's the thing with a contract, bro. It's the insurance behind it. 2, 3, 4 years down the road, guaranteed money. If you get injured, you're still getting that money in the pocket. So it's dope that he got a $14 million raise, 100%, man. But to me, man, I need those years behind it. I need that guarantee money behind it. Because then when it comes next season, they're going to be like, all right, prove your worth. Show us that you can do it again, and we're gonna give you this fat contract or whatever. What if they decide, yo, you know what? We don't really want to give you that contract. Sorry, go find it with someone else. It's either that or maybe he gets injured. But there's too many ifs for me. There's too many variables for me to just be happy with what he got in this particular instance. Obviously, $14 million is a lot. I'm not, I'm not taking that away. That is freaking awesome. That is a great payday. Just the security blanket behind it, it's not there.
No, yeah, I agree. And I understand that perspective. Like I said, as a Bengals fan, I try to see both sides, both player and the team. Even if I'm unbiased in any other kind of way, I try to look that way. But I think realistically, yeah, he doesn't get the security blanket, but 15 mil as guaranteed money on top of what he's already been making from them can go a long way towards next year's deal, regardless of where he is, whether he's hurt or not. Uh, he is already not old, but an aging player. So realistically, you're paying up front for what you're going to get from him for last year and this year coming up. After this, there should be a steady decline in general sense of his age and that kind of position. But I don't blame the Bengals for going here. Like I said, they did offer a 2 or 3 year deal with not less guaranteed money, more guaranteed money, but not enough that he wanted in terms of that length of the deal. So it's not as if we didn't try. I get it. We spent the wealth out everywhere else, and we got to consider what else we got going on with many holes on the defense. So I'm fine with it for this season. I get your point as well. But being a Bengals fan, I'm just ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, you guys are going to be good on the offensive end for sure. I feel like your running game is obsolete. Obviously, your receivers are incredible. Your quarterback is one of one. The only thing is the offensive line. You guys still need to improve on that, and that's probably not going to get done in the Joe
We try,
Burrow
man. We
era.
try.
No, he ain't trying. No, they ain't
Yeah,
trying
we
too
do.
hard.
Every year we drafted. I think for 3 years in a row, we drafted an offensive lineman in the first round, and all of them got hurt or came in out of shape, and they were all the guys to get at the time. Until Paneso, we skipped on for Jamar Chase, but that worked out. Uh, and then we even brought in, Orlando from freaking
Mhm.
Chiefs. That didn't work
Yep.
out so well yet, but I still think he's still a good player and all that, and he's a good locker
Mhm.
room presence. So more effort than people are letting on, but at the same time, the solution hasn't paid off.
Yeah, it has it. It has it. So yeah, I guess I'll agree with you there that you guys have been putting in the effort, right? But just overall on the offense, I think you guys are going to be good. You'll be like at least top 15 in the league when it comes to scoring, maybe even top 10. I would feel. Again, it just depends on the O line. But when it comes to the defense, man, you guys are in the bottom half of the league, bro. So with a player like Hendrickson, bro, that really can impact a defense with sacks, with tackles for loss, with QB pressures, like that's one person you should literally give the bag to. Like you really should.
Yeah.
And it's dope that they gave him the pay raise. Now let's see if the you guys keep him for the years to come.
Yeah, bad timing. Top five offense, bottom five defense, but everybody else got paid first. So
Yeah.